I could hear my CPU overworking. So welcome back to another off-topic video on this channel, and today I will be teaching you hash cracking and its basics. So let's go. I made this PDF specifically for this video, so we'll talk according to this. Obtain hashes that store the password in a secure form so that the original password cannot be obtained. This is called hashing. I don't know how to explain this, but that's the best I could do. Identify the hash type. This is an important part, since while carrying out our procedure we need to specify the hash type. For that we have tool 2 on this distro, Parrot. By the way, I'm using Parrot, so whatever. Choose attack method. Choosing attack method is also important because there are many types of attack: rule based, dictionary based. So use cracking tool. Some of the most prominent hack cracking tools are Hashcat and John the Ripper. So how the cracking will happen is, if the hash gets cracked, it displays the plain text, or else we just have to use another method or word list. Then loop back to the cracking use if not done. So here we have two types of attacks explained. One is dictionary based attack and another is rule based attacks. A dictionary based attacks use predefined commonly used password, which means if only the password is available in the word list, then only we can crack the hashes. The thinking behind doing the dictionary based attack is that the password is something normal, like we usually use password 123, QWERTY, let me in, etc. One of the most widely known word list is rocku.txt, and again this one is built into in our distro. However, limitation, as I said, only works if the password exists in the word list. Rule based attacks, this one just applies transformations to these word lists, carries out cracking, so on. And however, this may take a long time but has higher chances of being able to may take really long time but higher chances of being able to crack the password. Another thing we need to consider is the speed we'll get depending on our hardware. Like when using the CPU, we can carry out linear processing, or else when using the GPU, we can carry out parallel processing. CPU, as we all know, CPU processes instructions in a sequence, one at a time, when performed. So in short, few hashes per second can only be cracked using these. Slow and most importantly, time consuming. However, while using GPU, which is hash cracking on steroids, we can crack billions of hashes per second. Parallel processing takes place here because it just breaks the task into many small parts. You could see this is the serial processing diagram versus the parallel processing. Serial is done 1, then 2, then 3, then process to the next part, 1, 2, and so on. While in the parallel processing, we'll have millions of hashes being cracked parallelly to each other, then proceeding to another million of hashes here, and so on until we get a result. So I have 3 hashes here of different type and a little answer here when we want to check this out. So let's go. For first hash, we use the tool called hash ID. This is inbuilt into our distro Parrot. Hash ID, you could see this one is the main thing for us. -m flag shows corresponding hashcat mode in output. Hash ID, I mean to say hash ID, and here we could see the hashcat mode for MD5 type as 0. So we'll note down type is equal to MD5, mode is equal to 0, attack mode. Now we need the attack mode. Now hashcat -h. Here we get all the help we need for this tool. Look, this is the main thing, the attack mode we need to select. So the hash type is done. Wait, look, this attack mode, we are basically using the word list, so we'll do brute force for this thing. So the attack mode here will be 3. Done everything, clear. Now we need a word list. Again, the word list is also built into this OS. We'll just type it down. Now this is what we are talking about, the rocku.txt. I will just copy this into our desktop. Nice, it appeared here. We are now ready to carry out the thing. Now we use hashcat dash the mode type of the hashing. Mode is 0, attack mode is 3, then our hash, let me just copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl Shift V, and then our list. Now it will work. It will use the rocku.txt for our thing. Here we go. This is the processor's linear processing speed that I'm using for now because I don't have access to graphics card. We'll wait till it goes. Done. Look, the hashing completed and we got our result, blueberry.
Another one.
Now we go for another hash ID. I want mode 2 over here. The type says it's SHA1, so mode is 100. Again, type is SHA1, mode is 100. Now we go for our absolute beast, hashcat dash M100 dash A3, Ctrl Shift V, our hash rocku.txt. Done. Now it goes. Let's see how long it takes. Would the take, I don't know. Done. Again, this one was easy, password 123. Here we go, note it down. Oh, here.
Another one.
Clear this out. Hash ID 3 -n. So it says SHA256 with mode being 1400. Type SHA256 mode 140. Nice. Now we go for hashcat dash M140 dash A3. Our file, here it goes. I want to utilize my GPU for this purpose, but my GPU is kind of messed up and installing the drivers is time consuming on this live USB stick. I could hear my CPU overworking and its fan spinning. say okay, it's done. Here we have the cell phone. So this is the cell phone. Now we just have a look at our answers. First one was blueberry. Second one was password 123, 123, and then cell phone. Nice. Here we successfully cracked the password. We can utilize Hashcat, our GPU in Hashcat by just some options. Let me just see if this can look at my GPU or something. What does it say? CPU vendor ID. No, cannot. So what was I talking about my GPU? Look, new fetch. I can utilize my GPU, but here, this is like 2009 model and kind of really slow and lower than that of my